Now is your chance. This is your invitation to join me for an upcoming masterclass. And it's the only way that you can gain access to something brand new. I'll be unveiling very soon, and I could not be more excited to share it with you. It's a tool that takes the idea of a vision board to an entirely new level. Those who attend live with me will also receive an exclusive Black Friday early access bonus that won't be available once my offer drops to the public. Welcome to the Pivot with Passion podcast. Hi, I'm Penny Castleman. I believe everyone is deserving of a phenomenal life. Regardless of where you came from, life is what you make of it. And when you learn to pivot with passion, your world explodes with opportunities. Go grab your favorite beverage and let's shake things up as we explore how to pivot with passion. Hello, director. Have you ever noticed that the most successful people you know can describe what they want in detail? Not vague hopes or dreams or someday goals. No, the people that you look up to, admire, maybe a mentor, those successful individuals, they have details about what they're looking for and what they want. They can tell you what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like. That's not luck. That's called vision. And even beyond vision, that's clarity. And today we are going to talk about how to see your future before you step into it. You've heard the old adage, don't put the cart before the horse. The same thing goes for your dreams, your ambitions. You've got to have clarity around what they are in order for you to step into that vision that you hold. I want to commend you for showing up for yourself today. Thank you for pushing play because you are worthy of a phenomenal life. And if you don't yet believe that, I am holding the vision for you because I know it's true. And I will be here cheering you on every step of the way until you catch up with me. Let's now unpack this idea of see it before you can step into it. Now, of course, when I talk about vision, I don't mean a Pinterest board. It's not simply a bunch of pretty pictures or a wish list 10 miles long. I mean a clear mental movie of your future. One you can play over and over in your mind until it feels familiar, almost inevitable, that it's coming. You see, if your goals are fuzzy, your actions will follow suit. What happens? Progress stalls or even comes to a complete halt. And sometimes it's even abandoned. I remember years ago, I used to write things like, I want to be happier. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to be challenged. But in reality, what do those words mean? Fulfilled by what? What does happier look like? Without the definitions behind the words, all I was doing was chasing something invisible. Because unless I completely stumbled across it in my journey to find it, I wasn't taking the right actions to get myself at that place. Then I found the power of asking better questions like, what does my ideal morning look like? How do I want to feel when I walk into a meeting? What kind of energy am I going to bring home with me when I enter my house? The answers to those questions gave me something to aim for It gave me something to hold on to and choose actions to move me in that direction. And that, director, is when everything begins to shift. Being able to see where you want to go before you can step into it is essential in building your phenomenal life. You must be able to see it before you can step into it. It's time for a clarity cocktail. I want to share a quote today that I love from Jonathan Swift, and he writes, "Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others." Why is that so important? Your job, director, isn't to convince anyone else to see what you want to step into. The vision, the clarity that you bring to your future only has to make sense to you. And I believe that's where many of us get it wrong. Hand raised over here when I think about my past. If you believe that you must convince other people to be on board with the vision that you're holding for your phenomenal future, that is a recipe for disaster. Now, it does not mean that you don't need to persuade people to join you on your journey. It's our job to hold that vision so clearly that in our daily choices, we begin to align everything towards that vision, even before we have proof that it's actually waiting for us. And director, that is how big changes start. They start with these small moments of clarity repeated again and again as you continually evolve your vision of your phenomenal future, as you continue to step into and create those images. Lean on this quote. Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. Remember, director, and this is important, your job isn't to convince anyone else to see it. It's to hold on to that vision so clearly that your daily choices compound and align over time to move you into the life you're worthy of. And now, back to the episode. Cheers. Circling back to this idea of why your future needs a vision rather than a wish list. Most people stop at the idea stage, somehow convince themselves that clarity is optional, that they'll figure it out as they go. But when you're unclear to the point where you are walking through fog, your brain will look for distractions and try to find anything that catches its attention when you can't see where you're going. You might start scrolling. You start comparing yourself to other people. You second guess choices that feel right, but you can't prove that they're right. You start reacting to what's urgent instead of creating what's important. What I love about the work that I do with my high performance one-on-one clients is we do the opposite. We take the time to define with clarity the picture of their future, because clarity is not an indulgence. Clarity is not something reserved for people who have plenty of time to lounge around, eat bonbons, and watch Netflix. It is for those people who are strategic. Let me say that again. High performers do the opposite. They take time to define the picture of their future because clarity isn't indulgent, it's strategic. I want to walk through 3 different strategic ideas that you can lean on when you are ready to bring that clarity into your life to go after anything and everything that you have your sights set on. Strategy number 1, trade the vague for the vivid. Instead of, I want to be happier, ask, what does happy look like on a random Tuesday? And get specific, get vivid. Ask, who's there? What's happening? What am I wearing? What am I eating? What am I doing? When you make it a sensory experience, your brain lights up because your brain believes what it can feel. I know that you have felt this before when someone perhaps has thrown out an idea for an activity and there's no reaction. You're not, quote, feeling the vibe. Yet when someone offers an activity by painting a clear picture, what are you going to wear for the event? What are you going to experience? What are you going to eat? Who are you going to see? Suddenly, you might feel that excitement to say yes. The same is absolutely true for everything you are going after in your life. So remember, trade the vague for the vivid. The second strategy is expand your imagination beyond the bulletin board. Perhaps you have tried to create a vision board before. Hand raised over here. I am not sure I have ever finished a vision board. I started the process, felt it was hokey, went through some of the motions to cut out pictures, taped some down to a board, and then set it aside, never to come back to it. I just wasn't excited about it. Maybe you have tried to make a vision board, and maybe, unlike me, you have been successful in that endeavor, and that's great. But what's coming next is not just what you're collecting. Think about what that might look like for you. Maybe it's more than simple pictures. Maybe it's writing, a note, something that you could tuck away to help re-engage your mind. And the third strategy is prime your brain for proof. I have shared this on several episodes in the past, but your mind cannot tell the difference between something vividly imagined and something experienced. Each time that you visualize your future with detail, sights, sounds, emotions, you are training your brain to recognize opportunities that align with it. You see, that's how clarity turns into confidence, and confidence turns into action. And in that ripple effect is when you start to build momentum towards your phenomenal life. In quick succession, those 3 ideas again are: 1, trade the vague for the vivid. Make it come alive for you. Strategy 2, expand your imagination beyond the bulletin board. Think about what else you could call in to help you embrace the future you are going after. And the third is prime your brain for proof. Add on all of those extra touch points in your experience: sights, sounds, smells, feels, emotions. The clearer you can become, the more easily it is for your brain to choose actions that move you towards your goal. Director, if you want to step into something phenomenal, you first must see it. Don't wait for the world to show you what's possible. Show the world what you've decided is next. Director, if you are ready to see your next chapter before you step into it, I want you to join me for my upcoming masterclass. It's your last chance in 2025 to experience this live. After November, I am not certain when I will bring this masterclass back. Now is your chance. This is your invitation to join me for an upcoming masterclass. And it's the only way that you can gain access to something brand new. I'll be unveiling very soon, and I could not be more excited to share it with you. It's a tool that takes the idea of a vision board to an entirely new level. Those who attend live with me will also receive an exclusive Black Friday early access bonus that won't be available once my offer drops to the public on Black Friday. Yes, you are hearing it here first. Attend a masterclass this November and get a special gift when you join me. This is your moment, director, your invitation to get clear, confident, and put yourself in motion towards the phenomenal life that is waiting for you. All the details can be found in the show notes, or you can simply hop over to my website and click the banner at the top of the homepage. I will be here every week, raising a glass, grabbing my red marker, and cheering for you as you go after your red marker moment. And as always, keep choosing your phenomenal future. Friend, thanks for listening to this episode of Pivot with Passion. If you've been feeling stuck, exhausted, or frustrated, this is your permission slip to go grab a red marker and claim the life you desire and deserve. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend, and then hop over to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Because my goal is to put a red marker in everyone's hand, and I need your help to spread the word and make that happen. Until the next episode, go grab a red marker, get excited for your future, and make your first move to pivot with passion.